Hey, folks. I'm Camille Who Armstrong, the performing arts Renaissance woman. For over 40 years, I've worked as a performer, educator, consultant, and coach. But most importantly, I'm a parent. From classrooms to stages to bedtime routines, I've spent my life nurturing creativity, character, and connection in the next generation. This series is for you, whether you're expecting, learning as you go, or parenting for the first time, or even third time around. I'm here to share the insights, tools, and real talk I've gathered over 4 decades of hands on experience. Welcome to Camille Who, the Child Whisperer. I'm so glad you're here. Are you accidentally creating power struggles between you and your child by asking them to do something as opposed to giving them clear direction? I'm Camille Who, and we are going to talk about the importance of giving your child clear direction as opposed to asking them. Children need clarity, they need consistency, and they need leadership. They need you to lead as a parent, okay? When you lead, they learn how to lead. When you're consistent, they know, they learn the steps and then they follow right in it. So it's like rehearsing them. They learn that this happens first, then that step happens, then that step happens. There is no question as to what happens next. So they learn it, they rehearse it, then they just know that that's coming next. There's no power struggle there. Um, I noticed that in some cultures, and I've traveled the world, so I've come across many different kinds of people, many different kinds of cultures, and I noticed that in some cultures, parents tell their child what they want them to do, and this is not, yelling. This is not struggling at all. There's no negative association with it. This is, all right, I need you to do that. Okay, I need you to do that next. All right, this is what's happening next. All right, and we're leaving in about 5 minutes, things like that. Very clear. Where in some cultures, parents ask their child, for example, all right, are we ready? Are you ready to leave? Or can you do this? Or are you ready for a nap? Or can you clean up? Uh, First of all, what child in their right mind wants to leave the playground? What child in their right mind wants to clean up? Like, what adult in their right mind? We may like a clean space, but do we really like clean up? No one likes cleaning up. Most of us, anyway, don't like cleaning up, but we know it has to get done, so we do it. I want to take a nap sometimes. But as a child, no child is going to be like, yay, nap time. No. So what happens is you create this struggle, this frustration unnecessarily. Why? Because you're setting your child up for failure. You're already asking them a question that you're asking them the question, this is what's happening. They think they have a choice because you asking them if they want to do it, naturally they're going to think, oh, I have a choice. So then if they say no, you want them to go along with what you're doing, but now they said no. So now what? You're frustrated. They start getting upset. And now everybody's in a big old tizzy. There's your power struggle. And then a child melts down. And you're like, oh gosh, and you're annoyed that this child is melting down. But what happened is you set them up for failure. That's not fair. It is not fair to you. It is not fair to your child. If you want them to do something, you can command kindly Respectfully, matter-of-factly, consistently, you can command your child to do what you want them to do. It doesn't have to be a negative association with it. It just has to be consistent and clear. If you're asking them a question, that means you're giving them a choice. So when you give them a choice and they choose, you know, and you don't want them to choose that, then don't give them a choice, because now you're going to have a struggle and they know that it's injustice. And deep down inside, they know it's wrong. They're going to have a meltdown. They're going to be frustrated. And, as a child, you don't know how to express that frustration. And so now, mom and dad, you have to deal with this child who's having a meltdown because you created an injustice. Commands create clarity. Questions create confusion. It's that simple. And it's a matter of you rephrasing what you're saying and using some tools that really are not that complicated. It's just changing your own mind. And the more information you have, the more you can change your mind, the more you can be the best parent that you can be, a better parent for a better future. Parent at a playground, and I've seen this, oh my God, dozens, tens of 20s of 30s. I mean, so many times I have seen this happen. And I feel so sorry for the child, because I'm just like, why would you set them up for failure? And you really don't realize that this is what you're doing. But I think just culturally, they just don't. They really don't. Many people sort of do the automatic and they don't quite think about what they're doing. They're just doing it because everybody else does it. They do it because they were taught to do it, so they just do it. They don't quite understand what they're doing. They just repeat it. So a child playing at a playground, parent says, all right, you want to leave now? No. No, but honey, we have to leave now. No. Right? And now it's like, no. Child has a meltdown. And then parents are frustrated. Not only frustrated, you are now embarrassed because you have just created a monster. Your child didn't create this monster, you did. It's an injustice that you created and you don't even realize that you created this, okay? Another example is you're at home, your child makes a mess. And instead of having the habit of, okay, just giving them the direction and the plan in their head, saying, okay, if you make a mess, and I used to say to my kids, it's okay if you make a mess, as long as you know you're going to have to clean it up, right? If it's okay if you make a mess, as long as you clean it up. Sometimes they see me make a mess and I go, okay, wait, I got to clean up my mess first. And they see that modeled in front of them. So then when I say it to them, it's not me just like bullying them. It's not me just telling them what to do or controlling them. It's no, this is just what we do if we make a mess. Like, and it's okay to make a mess. That happens. Not saying don't make a mess, but it's okay to make a mess. We made a mess. We have to clean it up. So putting in their heads, all right, just know that if you're making that mess, you're going to have to clean it up, right? This expectation is already there. It's clear. And when it's time to clean up, they know it's time to clean up, okay? And you, as a parent, cannot settle for anything less, right? And you stay there. And even if you help them, and I'm not talking about clean up the stuff for them. I mean, like, come on, we can't do anything else until you clean up, because you know that when you make a mess, you clean it up. And you expect them. Don't think that sometimes if your belief system is okay, maybe they'll do it, okay, and or you're just doubting what you're saying, you're requesting of your child smells that doubt and they will feed off of it. But if you are, okay, let's go, we can't do anything else until you clean this up, honey, and you really just stand there and you do nothing else. And you stand there and you expect them and you look at them and you look at the toy and you look at them and you look at the mess. Let's go. Let's go. Come back here. You can't do anything else until you clean that up. They will start going, all right, okay. If they start cleaning up, You take one toy. They pick up another toy, you can take the other toy. Like, good, I can help. This could be a team effort. Sometimes I say to kids, if they made that mess by themselves, don't expect me to clean it up with you. I didn't make the mess with you. You made the mess by yourself. You're going to clean it up. If we made the mess together, then we're both going to clean up. And then we high five and go, teamwork. Do you want to clean that up? And then you have the child that's like, no. And the parent's like, but you have to. And the child's like, no, no. Now both of you are frustrated because it's not not happening. Listen, I have taken care of children where I let them know what my clear expectations are. Just so you know, and this is something that I use all the time, just so you know, if you make that mess, you're going to clean it up. They know that they are going to clean it up, and then they clean it up. And then later on, their parents are in the room, and their parents do the same. They say, "You want to clean it up?" No. And then what happens? They don't clean it up, and now there's a power struggle. But it's the same child. It's just different methods, right? And the child knows that that parent, first of all, gave them a choice. You gave me a choice. I'm going to choose what I want. And so why you tripping out? Here's an example of a child. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use my own example. When I have a child at the playground, when I have a child that is, here's a child at the playground. What I used to do with my children, what I do with really any child in my care, because I nanny. Same thing with the children that I've taught or that I teach. I give them transitions. This is brilliant. Okay, I think I read this in a book somewhere, and that it's amazing. Or I saw it on I don't even remember. I've been using it for so long, but it really helps your child to plan in their head. This is executive function. Here we go again. Plan in their head, and it helps them to make the best and make the most out of the time that they have, because they know that the time is shrinking and shrinking. So you go, okay, 5 minutes and time to go home. All right, 4 minutes and it's going to be time to go home. 3 minutes and it's going to be time to go home. Listen, this can be 10 minutes can be in between 5 and 4. 2 minutes can be in between 4 and 3. It doesn't matter the accuracy, as long as there's a countdown. 5 minutes, okay, 4 minutes, and and then the expectation. This is happening after 3 minutes, 3 minutes and then that, 2 minutes and then that, 1 minute and then that. And then it's all right, it's time. Sometimes children go, I don't want to. Yeah, but it's time. And then they're like, all right. And they don't fight. Why? Because they've been given a transition in their brains that they don't even realize they don't even realize. I mean, I've had 2-year-olds that totally comply. There's also, the 15, 10 minute, 5 minute, it's time. I've done that with my children every single one of them. And they're like, all right, gotta go. They're like playing, making the most out of their time. And then what do? They're like, gotta go. So here's what we want to start doing. We want to replace the questions with clear commands. This is not being mean to your child. This is giving your child structure. And the better they are at following structure, the better they are at going to school, the better they are as students, the better they are at any place that you bring them. They won't embarrass you out in public. Structure brings self-control, it brings independence, it brings trust in you and them. You know what your child is capable of, so you know what your child is going to do when they go to a friend's house, or you know what your child is going to, you can trust, they can trust you, okay? This is why it's important. So we're gonna replace that, okay, with things like, instead of do you want to, let's replace that to it's time to. That's another thing, okay? Do you want to leave the playground? Like, it's going to be time to leave the playground. And transitions are great. In 5 minutes, you could do 3, 2, 1. 3 minutes, we're leaving the playground. In 2 minutes, we're leaving the playground. In 1 minute, we're leaving the playground. All right, time to go. It's time. However you want to do that, it's brilliant and it works. Same thing with naps. Here's another one you want to replace. Can you do this? Mm-mm. Let's replace that with, okay, now we're going to do this. Or after that, we're going to do this. After we're done playing our game, we're going to clean up our toys. You can even go as far as after we're done with done with this game, we're going to clean up our toys, then we're going to nap time. This is something they can plan in their heads. After this, then we're going to make sure they know that the expectation of toy cleanup is next. Then they know the expectation of nap time is going to happen. Something I follow all the time. I've done it for 40 plus years. And though I have seen the same children misbehave and get it confused with their own parents, it's clear with me because I give them clear direction. I also give them transition. I tell them what is expected of them without confusing them. And then they trust me. They learn the daily movie. They rehearse the daily movie. They now know what's next in the daily movie. There's a trust that's built up because of the consistency. They know what's next. There's a security in that. There's a confidence in that. There's independence in that. Then you can go, okay, go clean up your toys. It's nap time. Then you can eventually transition to them just leaving. You don't have to sit there and wait for them to clean up toys or help them clean up toys. You don't have to yell. You don't have to argue with them. No one has to get frustrated. It's just a routine that you're creating. Look, you can use 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Listen, the 15 to 10 minutes can be 1 minute. They don't know the difference. It could be 3 minutes. It can be 20 minutes between 15 and 10. Say you're talking to a friend and sometimes time just gets away with you, right? And you're at the playground like, all right, 15 minutes, blah, 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 10 minutes goes by. It's, all right, 10 minutes, whatever. The point is your child is planning in their head to make the most out of the time that they have. Then when you say it's time, they're ready to go. 5 minutes, 4, 3, 2, 1. You could do 15, 10, 5, and it's time. Either way, you do a transition. They know to make the most out of the time that they have left. Then they're ready to go. A third tip is creating consistent routines. And this is really just your child is then falling into that routine. And so the more consistent you are with that, the less you have to do as they start learning the routine and expecting what's next in the routine. I think I mentioned this before. For example, if say nap time is at 12, keep nap time at 12. If it's at 1:30, keep it at 1:30. Plan 15 minutes before nap time. Okay, when we're done with this, we're going to clean up our toys, then we're going to nap. Okay, after we're done with this, and we're going to clean up and 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, however, if you want to do 15, 10, and 5, however you do it, keep it consistent. At that point, 11:45 or whatever, at that point, you say, okay, cleaning up, clean up, clean up. You can do your cleanup. I have a whole video on that, so you can watch that. Keep it the same. You've done the transition, you've done the cleanup, then you go upstairs or you go to where nap time is. You go to the bedroom. All right, let's get our 3 books. Up until about 2.5 years old, you can keep the same 3 books. When they're about 2.5 and up, you can have them choose 3 books every time, or maybe once a week. Okay, it's Monday, right? You can keep that consistent. It's Monday. You can choose 3 books, 3 new books. Great. Okay, you have the 3 books. What I like about keeping the same 3 books is that children learn their language that way. So they're learning the books. They learn to repeat those books. They learn by seeing the pictures, seeing the scenarios, and then they get to learn their language. And so they're learning how to communicate. That's why I like keeping the same 3 books. But you can eventually, of course, change your books, and maybe every Monday or every 2 weeks or something like that. You can do that as they get a little bit older. And then, all right, you read those 3 books and they go into their bed or you put them in their crib. All right, I love you. Have a good sleep. Be out. Some children like calming music. Some children need no music at all, especially if they're trained. Especially if this has been their routine. Done and done. And that's it. No struggle. You have trained your child by being clear, being concise, being consistent, and letting them know what your expectations are by by just telling them as opposed to questioning them. I hope this helps someone out there. I mean, because we're doing a disservice to our children if we give them a choice only for them to find out that it's really not a choice, that they don't have a choice. Let's do differently. Let's be better parents for a better future. I'm Camille Who, and I am out of here. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Camille Who, the Child Whisperer. A heartfelt thank you to the generous supporters of the Books and Beyond campaign. This series wouldn't be possible without you. If you're a new or expecting parent, I created Better Parent, Better Future just for you. I empower first-time parents to embrace a positive mindset and navigate those early parenting years with confidence and joy. Click the link in the description to learn more or to find out how we can work together. Until next time, keep showing up, keep growing, and keep leading with love.